pour avoir toutes les récompenses, parce que comme vous l'avez su hier, il y a un objectif que j'avais échoué. Sinon, tous les autres, on a tout. Et si des fois j'échoue sur des objectifs et que ça peut me faire passer au match suivant, je continuerai et je finirai le match en live. Donc là, on va pas perdre plus de temps et on va passer direct à la suite, qui est ce match-là. Allons-y.
In a family of elite combat athletes and top-tier performers, the final boss has always stood out, even when he was just a blue chipper. But there wouldn't be a final boss, there wouldn't even be a bloodline if it wasn't for The Rock's grandfather, the High Chief Peter Maivia. You can think of him as the first boss. Predecessor to the tribal chief.
He is one of, if not the foundation for our family. The Anawa'i Fatu Maivia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principles behind the sacred blood bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a resounding victory.
Allez, comme d'hab, on saute les entrées parce que les entrées, c'est pas le plus intéressant. Nous, on veut l'action. Donc, alors, montrer toute la puissance de votre génération en affrontant directement style. Enchaînez. Effectuer une attaque ou une prise et plonger sur votre torse. Donc là, je dois lui faire des dégâts. Point fort avec un combo, une saisie. Ok, attends. D'accord, comme combo. Tac, tac. Ok.
Most of their
Donc
contests
on
have
va faire
ended in
ça.
countouts or disqualifications.
Tac.
Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive
Hop.
victory in this one.
Well, that really
Sentir les
depends on
dégâts.
if a cage can even contain them.
The animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage against one of his biggest rivals,
Je
no
peux pas le
less.
contrer.
Yeah, Byron, we've seen the animal brandish a weapon against Peter Maivia before.
Ah,
Against
c'est
the
bon.
rules. The High Chief better be prepared for Steel to get even crazier.
Il est blessé.
Oh, Maivia is prepared, all right. The man is
C'est le gars
extremely
qui se croit
tough
trop
and
qu'il est
agile.
blessé alors
In
que...
fact, the High Chief's entire body can be considered a weapon.
Contre,
And it was a successful bit of offense with that maneuver. The High Chief just refusing to be intimidated. The animal has no idea what to make of
c'est pas mal de
Maivia.
dégâts, mais moi je leur fais pas mal.
Someone stop this. Never forget, the goal is to win by any means necessary.
Ça risque pas d'être facile.
Big impact.
George Animal Steel is not
Oh,
a wrestler
patate
by any
steel.
stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the animal. But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief, Peter Maivia. When you consider that Maivia is also an excellent high flyer and a great technician, well, you can see why the High Chief is the favorite in this match, even with the steel cage stipulation.
Two very opposing styles in every sense of the word, Corey. High Chief Maivia is a much more physically gifted and talented athlete in the ring than Steel. What's it going to take for the animal to get the upper hand here?
Well, he's got... Oh, look out! Oh!
Maivia overwhelming his opponent here.
Yeah, and Maivia has really figured the animal out here.
Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian, and the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how has he earned the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anawai family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan. When you add on the fact that Maivia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great pride he has for that land and its people in the tribal ink that covers his body.
Oh, man, a callous attack to the knee. He's mounted an all-out assault right now.
And you can see Steel is struggling to weather the storm of the High Chief. The animal may be wounded prey at this point. The High Chief closing in on a successful hunt. Nice takedown, stacked for the pin.
He breaks the ref's count after one.
Still not enough to put him away. Shoulder tackle. He's able to slip away from that. Took him out at the knee.
Peter Maivia has something brewing. Backbreaker.
Quoi?
Your vertebrae.
Même pas.
Just laid out.
Oh la vache. Ça va être dur, hein.
Nicely. Boom. Boom.
Ah, enfin. Alors. À la première occasion, frappez. Style. Avec votre coup spécial. Près de l'adversaire, debout. Ah, putain. Regarde, il va falloir que je le fasse.
Piercing the throat. Jarring European uppercut.
Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at
Ça me l'avait pas
WWE,
proposé,
but he's had
alors.
plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of
Sale
championships
truc.
on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles. Oh yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui. Tackles, ruthless. Well, the unorthodox style of George Steele is certainly working well at this juncture.
Let's see if Maivia has an answer for the animal.
Each inch you climb puts you in more of a precarious position.
Going to ascend the cage. He's trying to escape. He's got to give everything he has to push himself over the top.
And now the climb down could be as tough as the climb up for him. This brawl will continue on. inside the cage.
No!
Going right after the... Trapped in his
Ah,
Able
voilà!
to counter out into an arm drag. Towards the end of the
Oh,
steel
putain.
might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost the match by count out to the High Chief.
In Steele's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly, or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be in this cage. Well, Maivia is called the High Chief in part because of his commanding presence in the ring. He's more than ready for what the animal will do, even
Oh
inside the cage.
alors, gagnez ce match comme vous le pouvez. Sortez de la cage, c'est votre finish.
Maivia just dominated the animal with that. Oh no, getting in position. What's he planning to do here?
The stump so much for the submission hold. He just lets go.
His grip strength might have run out.
Going for it again. Oh, breaker.
Maivia can taste it now.
No,
Blast off.
no. Okay.
He's clawing his way up the side of the cage here.
Taking it step by step, climbing onwards and upwards. No, what is he doing up there?
No!
Just don't. No.
Surprise! Woo!
Fate as graceful as anything can be in a steel cage. Trying to stay sure-footed on the way up.
Finally reaching the top of the cage here. Victory could be close at hand, but first he's got to get himself over the top of the cage.
It's not over yet. It took all he had to get up there, guys.
C'est baisé.
He might be gassed.
C'est baisé. C'est baisé, regarde. C'est baisé.
And the High Chief defeats the animal. Here is your winner, High Chief Peter.
Je crois que c'est un match que j'ai jamais vu, c'était juste pour le fun, tu vois.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia. George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew, that the High Chief...
Menu showcase. Le prochain match. Monsieur et dames. Oh non. Tiens. Ah bah. Il peut être bien. Il peut être bien. Il peut être bien. C'est parti.
She's not like most girls. She's also not like most WWE superstars. Nia Jax, the reigning queen of the ring, is a reckoning, a force of nature that blitzes right through her competition. A cousin of The Rock, Nia Jax arrived in NXT almost 10 years ago with astronomical expectations. Undaunted, Nia Jax would dominate early opponents, finding herself competing for the NXT Women's Championship mere months after her debut. It did not take long for those running Raw and SmackDown to take notice.
Well, our next pick, Nia Jax.
And Nia Jax would join the Raw roster as part of the 2016 Draft Lottery. And since joining the main roster, absolutely no one has been safe from Nia Jax. She is a two-time women's champion. She is a two-time women's tag team champion. She competed in the men's Royal Rumble match in 2019, even getting an elimination while in the ring.
Nia Jax looking to eliminate. She does.
She's battled standouts like Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. And all the while, she has left undeniable destruction in her wake. In the ring, she applies many of the same tactics that once benefited Yokozuna, even using her own version of the bonsai drop known as the Annihilator. And just like its namesake, if it connects, your night is over. And Nia Jax remains driven for even more success, jumping at any opportunity to prove her dominance. This last year, that included entering into the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament after earning victories over Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair. Nia Jax would fight her way into the finals, taking on former NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria. Valkyria built a lot of momentum, defeating Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky to punch her ticket into the final at the Queen and King of the Ring. With an obvious game plan, Lyra would look to stick and move, avoiding the colossal attacks of her opponent. Unfortunately, as often happens when competing against Nia Jax, Lyra made one miscalculation, and that error in judgment provided Nia Jax with the opening she needed to annihilate her competition. This is your opportunity to crown the first queen in Bloodline history. Make Lyra suffer. Make her regret ever entering your ring. Showcase the otherworldly power that forces an entire roster to cower in your presence. Because when you're an irresistible force like Nia Jax, resistance is futile.
And now a dark horse will face an unforgiving
Et
Titan.
alors, on va faire ce petit match.
And there will be a
Alors.
coronation.
Ah bah d'accord, déjà dès le début.
Lyra goes up over the top. Nia's got a caught though.
Lyra trying to rely on her technique to bring down the irresistible force, but having no luck at the moment.
I'm not sure this is going to work either.
Jax just entirely too strong, but whoa!
That was interesting.
Oh, nice athleticism by Valkyria. Even Jax might be a little impressed.
I wouldn't go that far, Saxton. Here comes Nia, just imposing her will on Lyra Valkyria.
Again, Lyra showing how resourceful she is, applying the sleeper to Nia Jax. Lyra tried.
C'est mal, hein?
And now Nia Jax in control, and she's going to look to put Lyra away. Nobody home, set outside the ring, and Valkyria's got a chance.
Huge window of opportunity. Right now for Lyra Valkyria to strike. Lyra may actually pull this off. Lyra may become queen. Lyra has...
Alors, attends. C'est plus marrant de blesser votre adversaire en dehors du ring. Alors, faire sortir Lyra et enchaîner les dégâts.
The advantage. She has Nia reeling.
Lyra can't win.
Ah, et attends.
Queen of the Ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring.
Lyra Valkyria, one of the best technical wrestlers in NXT Women's Division history.
But the game is about so much more than technique. It's about experience.
Alors.
And timing, knowing when to tap into certain parts of your psyche. Nia knows this, and we've seen it for years.
The big question is, does Lyra...
She throws her back in. Misses the target. Oh, I think the ring just moved. Feet tied up. Has to be feeling vulnerable here.
Et après...
Stuck in a tree of woe.
They are doing whatever they please.
Many in the WWE Universe getting their first look at Lyra Valkyria. She's only had 3 main roster matches so far, and they were all in this tournament.
Big wins over Dakota Kai, Zoe
Ok.
Stark, and Io Sky over the last...
Alors... En présent... À présent, écrasé 2 fois. Pour variante de cylindre.
Weeks. That's an extremely impressive start for Lyra.
Wow, undefeated for 3 weeks? When Nia Jax joined the main roster, she didn't lose a match for over 7 months. And Jax has stayed that dominant for years. Uh-oh. She gets around the attack. Nia Jax out of harm's way.
Nickel.
Lighting up her opponent.
Yeah, Nia is just buzzing right through Lyra.
Allez.
Valkyria
Tac.
Crushed in the corner by Jax.
Squashing Lyra in the corner, and the beginning of the end may be near. And Nia now, with Lyra on her back, going to climb up to the second rope.
This is a scary situation for Lyra. Oh, look at this. Maybe not.
No way. There's no way.
Oh, my.
Oh, no. Good night, Annihilator.
Affreux.
Here is your winner and the new Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax.
What a victory.
C'est affreux la victoire, comment elle a eu lieu.
Queen of the Ring.
Nia said she would do it, and she backed up her claims.
And now the Chief Content Officer of WWE and Triple H going to come in to congratulate Nia Jax, officially crown her the Queen of the Ring.
Absolute dominance by the new queen.
Alors, on va passer maintenant à ce match-là.
I'm sure you will agree with your wise man. Many WWE superstars say they will do whatever it takes in order to achieve success. Quite often, it's a bunch of BS. But if you're lucky, you may run into someone who is willing to look out for the group. Someone willing to make sacrifices. And for this family, there was no one better than Rikishi. After the Head Shrinkers run in WWE came to an end, Rikishi, then known as Fatu, would go on a journey of self-discovery. This journey would lead to him taking on the name Rikishi, a subtle nod to his cousin Yokozuna, as well as an opportunity to start fresh with a global audience.
Well, my dad, you know, when he became the Rikishi character, when you think about Samoan wrestlers, right, or mean, or aggressive, he made it like his own flavor, right? You know, he had the blonde hair, still carried the aggressiveness, but I think he just wanted to add like a little flavor to it. It became even more popular to our culture.
Rikishi blitzed WWE from the jump, devastating opponents with new tricks and winning people over with his fat-ass dance moves.
That Rikishi is fat, all right. P-H-A-T.
And with this wave of newfound momentum came even more success, with Rikishi capturing the WWE Intercontinental Championship and displaying incredible athleticism in iconic moments like when he dove off the top of the steel cage. The year 2000 belonged to Rikishi. But little did anyone know, Rikishi held a dark secret regarding a decision he'd made not for his own benefit, but for the benefit of the family. It was at the 1999 Survivor Series that Stone Cold Steve Austin was hit by a car in the arena parking lot, forcing him from the main event later that night for the WWE Championship. For nearly a year, all of WWE was consumed with figuring out who was driving that damn car and why Austin was targeted in the first place. The verdict came in. The car was driven by Rikishi. Rikishi would stand strong.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, I didn't do it for me. I did it for The Rock.
What?
Rikishi would lay out a years-long gripe that WWE preferred Steve Austin to The Rock, and so Rikishi had made sure that The Rock's only competition had been removed from the picture. Rikishi sacrificed his own popularity to reach this goal. The Rock thrived while Austin was on the shelf. For Rikishi, the struggle and fall was all worth it. Rikishi knew that he would eventually have to face off with the Texas Rattlesnake to answer for his sins. And he welcomed that meeting with open arms. What Rikishi was unprepared for was for WWE to stack the deck entirely, looking to make Rikishi pay for taking out their golden goose. Stone Cold Steve Austin was allowed to drive his truck directly to the ring and was generally given the freedom to do whatever the hell he wanted in the name of revenge. We are going to make things right. This time, when Rikishi and Stone Cold Steve Austin lock horns, there will be no stacking of the deck. Someone willing to give of himself so that his family, this family, can succeed, deserves better. So get in there and showcase the never say die spirit that has led this family to victory time and time and time and time and time and time again. Use whatever weapon you can get your hands on and prove to Stone Cold Steve Austin that you will do anything for the people.
Donc, c'est parti! Ce match-là, je ne l'ai jamais fait. Je crois que j'étais rendu au King of the Ring. Alors, rien ne vous fait peur. Vous allez prouver en affrontant Austin. Sortez-le du ring et donnez-lui une leçon qu'il n'oubliera pas. Ok. Après, il est un peu l'Alzheimer, mais t'inquiète. Avant que je meure, on va lui faire ça. Non! C'est pas l'arbitre! Oh, je suis Monsieur l'arbitre! Réveillez-moi, monsieur! C'était pas vous que je voulais faire! Je sais pas comme ça, c'est pas vous! Attendez, ça va partir en short parce que le pauvre arbitre qui a rien demandé, là. Ah ouais, ça, attendez.
And Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people.
Voilà, enfin.
Any of his rivals would go to the disgusting lengths that Rikishi's gone to.
Oh non, putain, les gars.
Big with a breathtaking move. Stomp after stomp after stomp.
Austin in a state of distress now.
No one holding Rikishi's family down now, taking out all those years of frustration on Austin here.
Rikishi feeling like he has a job to finish tonight. A career and Stone Cold's to bring to an end.
Pas l'arbitre compte pas. Maintenant que vous avez sorti, emmenez-le vers le côté de l'entrée du ring. Ok, donc... Oh! Ça me fait mal.
Well, right now it's Rikishi doing the brawling. Rikishi's disdain for Austin looks greater than even we anticipated.
Absolutely no telling what's underneath the ring tonight.
Ok. D'accord, j'avais juste appuyé sur un truc et puis ça le faisait. Oh.
Stone Cold Steve Austin fired up and revenge on his mind.
You got to think about how bad Austin has wanted this ever since Survivor Series last year. Been dying to get his hands on Rikishi.
All of that venom, all of the vitriol inside of Austin being unleashed on Rikishi right now.
Remember, this is no holds barred. Anything goes.
Ah, je sais. Alors, à présent, envoyez Stone Cold Valdaguer dans les barrières pour qu'il réfléchisse à 2 fois. Ok, d'accord, donc ça va le faire. On va sortir.
Crashing down. He's doing it. Going for the pin. Kick out at one.
He's nowhere near ready to stop fighting yet.
Corey, this situation is so far beyond rational thinking. It's so personal. What does Stone Cold have to do in this one to leave here victorious against Rikishi?
I don't know if you can tell someone who almost lost their life at the hands of their...
Watch out!
No!
Dodges that one. Slips away just in time.
Uh-oh, he's searching for something.
Hockey, sports entertainment. I'm not the only one who gets the two confused all the time. Delivered into the barricade.
Oh, he slammed his face.
Se battre avec Austin hors du ring est risqué, mais il aura du mal à contrer 2 combos légers et rapides. Ok. 1, 2. Oh, fait mal. Ah, mais c'est bon.
Truly believes he's done something for his family, for his people. His family's respect is the only respect he's desperate for.
Well, they've got tables. into the corner. Oh, stuck between the corner and a splash. Oh, man.
And Rikishi lately has been calling himself a visionary, a pioneer, all a bunch of garbage, if you ask me.
Well, those aren't self-imposed labels, Cole. Those labels are coming from the family, coming from a group of wrestling legends who are proud of Rikishi for standing up and making a change in this business.
I have a few labels for Rikishi. Coward, liar, embarrassment. Those fit him well.
J'attends qu'il revienne.
Making his way to the top here. From the top.
Ah merde.
That was just incredible hang time.
Was willing to take the high risk to the outside, and it paid off big time.
Ah non. Oui.
And shoulders down, this might do it. He kicks out with authority.
It is going to take a lot more to keep him down.
Ouais, c'était pas moi qui l'avais.
Side Russian leg sweep.
And we know how despicable Rikishi has been, but to throw vinegar on the rattlesnake's nest, Rikishi goes and destroys
Oh. Oh. Ah ok, d'accord.
It's just extra. Motivation for every fist Austin lands in this fight.
Attack after attack coming from Austin.
Austin not looking like roadkill now.
He sure as hell doesn't.
Oh. Ça, je me fais pas passer la gueule. Mais qui est fort.
Setting this table up, and guys, someone's about to have a really bad night. Power slam.
M'en fous.
These two have learned each other so well.
Taking this thing out to the floor now.
La la la. Ta meilleure amie. Ah, voilà.
Heads outside the ring.
And no countouts means he can take his time.
And Rikishi enjoying how he's worn down the rattlesnake threat in this match.
Deux,
And I bet the Rock is
trois,
smiling about it,
1, 2, 3. Voilà. À présent, emmenez Aston vers ses amis de la table des commentateurs pour réaliser une attaque lourde frontale pour prouver que vous n'êtes pas un gentil.
The attack. That's a well-targeted attack to the body.
C'est pas... Ok, d'accord.
Nasty shot to the throat.
Right into our announce table.
Saxton, you stay here and hold down the fort.
Bam!
And Rikishi slows Austin down with a thunderous right.
Aston Koji saigne, hein, il saigne, lui il est pas bien. Oh non, pas la chaise. Ouh, la main.
He just averted disaster there.
And now Austin gonna deliver the punishment with the steel chair.
A relentless Texas rattlesnake beating the brakes off of Rikishi with a steel chair.
Oh la chaise, regardez, elle se déforme.
Thunderous blows by Austin. Down goes Rikishi. Austin beating the hell out of him.
I know Austin had...
Alors, pour The Rock...
Good reason to be doing all this, but he could be taking it too far at this point.
I don't think the rattlesnake is taking it far enough Austin put Rikishi's life in danger, just like Rikishi did to him. And he throws the opposition back into the ring.
Ah putain, fais chier.
And here's Austin, looking to end it right now. He breaks the ref's count before 2.
I can't believe it. He just won't go away.
Has got it. Now can Rikishi hoisting up his opponent. Rikishi driver.
And Austin is out.
Makes the cover. No, he beats the count.
Austin somehow got the shoulder up. Intestinal fortitude on display from Stone Cold.
Throwing everything in the kitchen sink in there, but to no avail. Corey, the superstars get right back in this match.
It's almost unbelievable what we're seeing with our own eyes. Believe it, Cole, believe it.
Back body drop. Exclamation point. Spinebuster.
He's getting fired up now, really feeding off this crowd. Scooped up, here it comes. Rikishi, driver. Rikishi may have put the exclamation on this one.
Oh, not yet. They just
Ah!
shoulder up.
What a kick out by Austin. You can never count the rattlesnake out.
Listen, that should have ended things. And look at his face. At this point, you have to believe he's losing some faith in himself.
Tu vas voir là. Là, tu vas pas survivre, mon Stephen.
It's staying with it, into the cover.
There's 2.
Voilà.
Somehow defangs the rattlesnake.
Je vous l'avais dit qu'il allait pas survivre. Trop lourd. Je suis trop lourd. Je vais sans doute casser quelques vertèbres au passage, mais ça...
Expected to see.
On s'en fout tant que j'ai gagné.
But Rikishi was too much of a monster for Stone Cold tonight.
The vitriol that consumed Rikishi powered him to finish the job and leave a battered Austin in his rear-view mirror.
Je l'ai fait pour le peuple. Ok, donc là, ça va être Omega vs John Cena. Ah là 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 là. Et je sais pas on a fait combien de matchs aujourd'hui, mais je vous dis, je crois qu'on va en faire pas mal parce que là, attendez. 1, 2, 3. Écoutez, on va partir peut-être sur 5 aujourd'hui. Allez, c'est parti. Ah là, je suis motivé.
His arrival signaled impending doom. His very presence was enough to intimidate even the bravest WWE competitor. His name itself simply meant the end. And if you found yourself standing across the ring from Umaga, you were most certainly coming to the end of your own road. The younger brother of Rikishi, Umaga, was every bit the Samoan bulldozer that his nickname would suggest, mauling opponents with ease, relishing the chaos that he created. A menace to the entire roster, an unrepentant badass, Umaga tortured his prey with high-impact collisions before ultimately sealing their fate with his vaunted Samoan spike, a vicious move used today by Solo Sikoa.
Inside the ring, man, he was just a complete monster. Anybody that stood in front of him, he was going to wreck him no matter what he had to do. He was just a crazy, wild Samoan. Outside of the ring, man, just a loving guy to be around. A fun uncle, always joking, always barbecuing at his house. I always looked up to him. He was just so cool.
Perhaps an unheralded aspect of Umaga's game was his mastery of mental warfare. Umaga loved to present a wild, out-of-control savage, one who needed manager Armando Alejandro Estrada to handle all the details while he destroyed opponents. Umaga was the perfect definition of the word aura. A two-time intercontinental heavyweight champion, Umaga established himself as one of the purest forms of dominance to ever set foot in a WWE ring. His intense clashes with Batista, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and Triple H, along with WWE Championship battles against John Cena, still live on in the memories of those who were fortunate enough to watch Umaga perform. And Umaga will live in immortality through every member of this family, whether it's with a huge Samoan drop, a running bulldozer into the corner, a Samoan spike, or even a war cry in the middle of battle. Umaga is forever.
I wish he was here. I know he's watching from above.
So you, our beloved Us in training, are asked one simple thing here in the WWE 2K25 showcase: to defeat John Cena. You've done that in this mode before, right? Simple. It was at New Year's Revolution in 2007 that Umaga and John Cena first collided for the WWE title. Umaga appeared to be too much for Cena in the minds of many pundits. Undefeated in WWE some 9 months after his debut, and things were going very well for Umaga. Until they weren't. Umaga would see his undefeated streak end by, of all things, a damn roll-up after rushing directly into the outstretched shoes of John Cena. 1 second of luck allowed John Cena to escape the inevitable, and now it's on you to fix it. Head into that ring. Showcase Umaga's cruel brutality and get Umaga the WWE Heavyweight Championship victory that he should have gotten in the first place. I assure you, my dear friend, Armando Alejandro Estrada will make sure nothing else goes wrong if you take care of business inside the ring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He could be the next WWE champion, the near 400-pound Umaga.
Allez, ça va être parti. Et écoutez, hein, si je suis encore bien motivé tout à l'heure, ce live-là peut être assez court parce que bientôt midi, hein, dans une petite heure. Mais si je suis motivé, il peut y avoir une suite cet après-midi. Je vous le dis. Parce que je crois que je quitte vers 15h30, mais entre-temps, peut-être rien de prévu. Donc ça se trouve, cet après-midi ou ce soir, il y aura une suite. Sinon, ça sera demain. Et... ah non, peut-être pas demain. Mais il y aura une suite, vous inquiétez pas. Attends, quoi? À l'attaque. Sortez Cena du ring et traînez-le en no man's land pour le blesser. Puis, une prise, plongez sur votre adversaire. Attends, on va recommencer.
Here we go with the WWE Championship on the line. John Cena. This is the Samoan Bulldozer Umaga. Big fight feel here in this building.
The undefeated Umaga has set his sights on Cena, and there's nothing left standing in his way. Umaga doesn't just want to beat John Cena. He wants to obliterate him, like he has all his other opponents.
But this is John Cena we're talking about. If anyone can stand up to Umaga's brutality and power, it's him. Cena's going to fight to defend his title with everything he's got.
Hey, let's remember this event last year, Byron.
From the top! You gotta be kidding me!
From all the way up, wasted no time, flying out to the
D'accord, j'ai
floor.
capté.
We're getting up close. Look at this intense battle.
Everything ringside has potential to do some serious injury.
A completely relentless attack from Umaga.
Cena has no response for Umaga's savage and brutal offense.
Driven into the steel steps. And you just see Cena's legs.
Maintenant, ciblez la tête de Cena pour lui infliger des dégâts modérés orange. Donnez tout ce que vous pouvez frapper Cena avec 2 combos lourds.
Bent awkwardly off the steel steps. Umaga really pinpointed a target with that attack.
I don't know if it was strategic on the part of Umaga or just a result of his rampage, but either way, taking out Cena's foundation is going to sway the power advantage into Umaga's favor now.
Stamina is going to be a key factor in this match tonight. Can Cena weather Umaga's vicious attacks? Can Umaga keep up the offensive pressure as Cena drags this
Faut leur
into
vite.
deep waters?
Oui, c'était pas quelque chose là. Fou ça.
But did you guys just see the distance traveled on that toss?
A rare position for Cena in this fight. We can't often say that John's overpowered in a matchup, but this 360-plus pound Samoan bulldozer is more than a formidable opponent.
Listen, sometimes when there's a fight, you're not always going to be the biggest. You're not always going to be the strongest. And even if that is the case for Cena tonight, John Cena has never met a fight he didn't like.
Cena will try to gain strength from this capacity crowd in Kansas City, but not even that may be enough to stop a rampaging Umaga. From the middle rope, off the mark with that one. One step ahead there.
Springboard, but nobody home. Cena tonight attempting to do something no one else has been able to do. Be it HBK, Triple H.
Straight into the pin. And the referee stops the count before 2.
Close call, but not enough yet.
Super kick. Gosh.
Ah,
That's using your head.
Jeez, driving headbutt.
alors, combo. Ok. Ok.
A reversal.
Ok, c'est pas grave. On s'en fout, c'est pas chronométré. De toute façon, je crois que le truc de chronométrie, il est déjà fait.
You see the height on that? Couldn't get much extra height there, but able to get a big impact nonetheless.
Umaga with a retaliation. Umaga is truly a specimen to marvel at, Corey. And his handler, Armando
Which?
Alejandro Estrada, knows he has a thoroughbred on his hands.
There's a difference between thoroughbreds and Umaga, though, Cole.
What?
Thoroughbreds
Je comprends pas.
can be tame. Umaga... Cannot. Estrada can only serve as a mouthpiece for Umaga. He can only help direct Umaga's blind brutality. I mean, even Estrada knows no one can control the Samoan bulldozer. Are you kidding me?
Oh, down on the windpipe.
Mais pourquoi abandonne pas? Je comprends pas. Ah d'accord. Il me met une touche. 1, 2, 3. D'accord, c'est bon. Déployer toutes les gammes offensives et blesser de manière. Ok.
Strong impact. Umaga, of course, coming from a very rich heritage. Some of the greatest athletes in any sport come from the Samoan heritage.
Umaga's aggressiveness can be traced back to his bloodline. When you're fighting a Samoan, you are battling a tough, scary human being.
Oh, God. Cena now taking the brunt of the attack.
Umaga is simply overpowering John Cena right now. Oh, using the knee as a weapon.
John Cena qui est blessé. John Cena est blessé. Merde, d'accord, j'avais pas capté le truc. Ah! J'y arrive jamais ces trucs-là. Ok.
It's that time
Oh merde.
again. Time for the 5-knuckle shuffle.
John Cena as the champ goes for the cover. Oh my God, what a shocker. Able to somehow power out at 2.
Surprise!
And I could look at Umaga and he reminds me of Yokozuna.
Oh.
And size of an orthodox offense. John Cena, submission move in. The STF.
STF applied. He is struggling to find an escape, but to no avail.
Will the pain be too much? Will he submit?
He is refusing to quit, refusing to stop fighting, and he breaks free from the STF.
Attends. Frappez vite. Si Senna est face à vous depuis un coin, vous verrez mieux la terreur dans ses yeux. Lancez votre puissance. Une attaque en cours. Quoi. Ok.
And into the corner he goes. And Cena flattened in the corner.
Umaga's just overpowering him. Look at the strength. Into the corner, just setting Cena up.
You have to start to ask yourself, is the end of John Cena near?
I think
Il y a aucune idée, je crois.
No one has been able to stop Umaga. No one.
You are seeing why Umaga is undefeated. Why no one has been able to stop the Samoan bulldozer.
Here comes Umaga, and Cena catches him with a boot. John Cena from behind, pulls him up, shoulders down, and a kick out by Umaga.
Oh, j'ai...
And Cena immediately back into the clutches of Umaga.
I'm not sure what else Cena can do here. I'm not sure John Cena knows how to stop Umaga.
And Corey,
Alors...
No, there's no force equal to being on the receiving end of a headbutt from Umaga.
It's in Umaga's DNA. Generations have perfected the art of using their own skull as a weapon that could stop an elephant. Brutal attack from Umaga. He smells Cena's blood in the water.
Two powerhouses, a championship on the line.
Balayer Senna par tomber en soumission pour devenir champion.
Knew this would be a battle.
Umaga and Cena aren't giving up any. This'll do it. Umaga.
Samoan spike.
It just got as bad as it could for the champ.
Ok. Dégagé. Wesh. Oh merde. Ah. T'as de la chance, hein, t'aurais dû t'en prendre 2. Tête de l'arbitre. Il s'est fait défoncer encore.
This proves it. Truly no one can withstand Umaga. The Samoan bulldozer has wrecked his way straight to the WWE Championship. Cena's title reign is over.
An incredibly impressive showing from Umaga tonight. Absolutely leveling John Cena in a savage display of dominance.
Ouf, c'était chaud, c'était chaud, c'était chaud. 3 minutes warning. Oh là, c'est quoi ce match? Un match en équipe autrefois impensable vous donne la chance d'écrire l'histoire entre on a fait déjà combien là? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, on est déjà rendu au 8e. Et 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Et on va être rendu au 5e match. Allez, c'est parti.
Hey, in WWE, things move really fast. If you aren't present in the moment, it can feel like a year goes by in only 2 or 3 minutes. That's why you always have to make time to make sure that you check. Hold on. Did I just hear myself say 3 minutes? Stop. Can you believe I'm actually doing Eric Bischoff's shtick? In the early 2000s, few words sent a shudder through the roster like the words 3 minutes, summoning the fearsome duo of Rosie and Jamal, collectively known as the 3-minute warning. Initially hired by the aforementioned Raw general manager Eric Bischoff to interrupt anything he didn't find to be entertaining.
You're just not entertaining me. 3 minutes are just about up.
The two instantly made their mark in WWE with their complete and total decimation of anyone that was targeted. Their formula was really simple. 2 bruisers with surprising quickness who took pleasure in throwing opponents all around the ring with reckless abandon. And the trail of bodies left in their wake remains a testament to their devastation. Rosie, older brother of your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, and Jamal, who would in time develop his skills further and take the name of Umaga, were about instant gratification. They treated matches like a race, seeing how much damage they could fit into the shortest time possible.
The 3-minute warning with my brother and my cousin, it was just one of the coolest gimmicks of all time to me. It was catchy, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of knew what was happening. And I feel like we all remember when the 3-minute warning hit for the first time. You know, the whole Den TV area just lit up.
Every match was a train wreck, as the two would use their size to overwhelm most opponents, coupling that with incredible tag team maneuvers to increase the carnage to its maximum levels. That approach, maximizing damage while minimizing time, was a 3-minute warning signature. The team itself saw its run in WWE last for a little over a year, but in that time managed to make such an impression with the WWE Universe that it still resonates today. They are proof of the impact anyone can make if they capitalize on their opportunities, as 3-minute warning did every single time.
It was a short-lived gimmick, but it was a really cool gimmick, and I just think it shows the versatility of, hey, if you need us to go out there and tell you a Broadway story, I'll cover 2 hours if you like. But if you need us to come out in 3 minutes to make an impact, we can do that too. But you gotta be really good to be thrown in there with the very, very best in the industry. I'm getting all pumped and proud, for my brother and my cousin right now, just thinking about it.
Here in the WWE 2K25 showcase, we have selected another team that embodies the same mindset in Akam and Razor, the AOP. Similar to Jamal and Rosie, these two look to inflict the most pain in the most efficient manner. Like 3-minute warning, AOP happily dispatches when summoned. Like 3-minute warning, AOP features 2 Goliaths who will hurl your body from pillar to post before finally bringing it all to a most painful conclusion. It's up to you in this Extreme Rules contest to beat the AOP to the punch and showcase the Wrecking Crew approach that made 3-minute warning the premier bruiser squad in all of WWE. And don't worry, we will give you more than 3 minutes to make that fact perfectly clear. As a matter of fact, take your time and enjoy dishing out the punishment.
Tac, allez, ça va être parti. Ah, ça, c'est pareil, ouais, c'est un match fait exprès juste pour. Alors, attendez. Vous avez 3 minutes pour infliger des dégâts modérés orange à la tête et les bras et le torse. D'accord, Marata. Ok. 3 minutes, ça va.
There is nothing on the minds of these men except dealing as much damage to one another as possible. Both 3-minute warning and the AOP excel at brutalizing their opponents and inflicting massive amounts of pain. But only one of them can be the best.
We can safely predict that this is going to be an exceptionally gruesome and painful match to watch.
C'est quoi, je crois qu'après, même si je perds ce match dans 3 minutes, je pense que je vais couper le live après parce que là, de toute façon. Ah mon dieu, je peux faire mon truc. Ok, d'accord. Ah merde.
About headlocks. They're just all about beating the hell out of you. 3-minute warnings, thug-like tactics need to be respected.
Rosie and Jamal only care about one thing, and that's the winner's purse. A show of confidence for Razor. Ripped into the table.
This battle's found its way right to our doorstep. Really just laying it in. And no defense helped Razor in that exchange. Rosie and Jamal tell their victims that they will feel the 3-minute warning.
No.
What does that mean, Corey? Well, it means a lot of superstars will get run over by the pain train, and it's only going to feel like the longest 3 minutes of their lives. When you're as big and strong as Rosie and Jamal, that's how quickly it can be over.
He grabbed the chair. Oh, now would be a good time to run.
It's like an SUV. Gets the reversal. What a counter.
Ok, donc c'est chaud quand même leur truc. Hein.
He is determined to fight out of this predicament.
Oh, what a clothesline.
Et toi orange. Costume. Oh, toi orange. Oh non, je vais jamais réussir.
It's really just best to find weapons and whack away.
Yeah, and there's plenty of weapons to choose from tonight. Tied up in a headlock from behind.
as he took a well-placed hit there.
Razor doing what he can to protect his territory.
Ah, c'est bon. Ok.
Pump handle locked in. And he might have just passed the final testament. 2, 3, no.
Ah oui, mais...
Count. He is just barely still in the fight.
Boum.
And the camel clutch is cinched in. This
Attends. Attendez, je reviens. Excusez-moi, j'ai un petit creux, j'arrive dans 20 secondes. Bon, en attendant. Putain, j'ai faim.
Camel clutch applied. They're not going to last long here.
Wait. The grip is broken.
The audacity.
Man, Rosie and Aiken Razor representing the biggest, most imposing teams WWE has ever seen.
From the heavens. Oh, my God, what a move. We knew this would be a grueling and punishing match, but AOP and 3-minute warning are exceeding all expectations.
Bon. Allez. On va manger un peu. C'est une tuerie. C'est trop bon.
Under the ropes and back into the ring. Shot slam! Finishing. Going for the 3-minute warning are done.
Ouais. Bon, on va s'arrêter pour là. Je vous dis peut-être à demain ou à tout à l'heure. Passez une bonne journée. Allez, bisous.